Hey YouTube, I'm back. And today we're going to be doing a little bit of Warframe. Because I haven't streamed this in a long time, and I still play it every once in a while. Clan chats talking about sister stuff and elemental weaknesses. Here's my Titania. Her deluxe skin came out recently. It looks great. I made mine kind of Pomu themed. It's got a lot more gold down in the midsection and legs and arms, but I had to get blonde for hair somehow, so there's my Pomu Titania. However, today we're here to look at Khora. Khora Prime just came out, and Khora is quite strong. So let's see. Here's what I have from before, but what's my setup looking like here? Less strength, mostly range. Yeah, okay. Basic Garden Energize adaptation stuff. Not like hyper optimized for Steel Path at all. Oh, and Corpro, that's kind of old. Accumulating Whip Claw is really good, though. So we will be going with that. I haven't touched Khora Prime at all yet. Or her Hystrix, or her Dual Carries Prime. Curious Carries, however you want to pronounce it. So we'll be playing around with all of that. I have, probably not enough Forma to really go wild with all of them. But I think she looks really good by default. That's strong. Let me get, like, some basic mods on there. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. She looks fantastic. Let me get some basic mods in here, and then we will do fashion, which is much more important. I want to get some mods in first, because I'll probably forget to do mods if I do fashion first. Dang. She comes with a D for aura. Ugh. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. We'll start out with physique, but that's getting changed pretty rapidly. Okay. Priority 1. And my adaptation at 10. Priority 2. Although I think maybe do we want like a bunch of Umbral on here? I wanted range last time on my previous build, and that worked quite well. I haven't played Khora in a while. Let's do Energize and Guardian. Although Grace would be pretty nice. Is my Guardian not maxed? My Guardian might not be maxed. No, here it is. I don't have a ton of plat going right now. But what did my previous core build look like? I could just have a different layout, different loadout. So these, and then stretch, transport, overextended, and fleeting. Damn, core looks super good, kind of no matter what, right?
You have remembered well how the Tenno arm themselves.
Transport, fleeting. Oh, whoops, that's not fleeting. Do I want fleeting on there? Overextended. And what was the other one? Just stretch? big range for huge whip claw range. That's not gigantic. This is not a Strangle Dome build at all. I'd have to replace Fleeting and Transport. Like, if we just get rid of these two. Yeah, okay, but then I definitely need Strength. We could do a little bit more of a basic build to kind of get everything. Because I'm not going for anything super specific, although I do have Accumulating Whip Claw on there, because, man, she whips people hard. So, let's get, like, some duration, just in case. It's good for Ensnare. It's good for Strangle Dome. And then I need Strength. And I don't want to lose a crazy amount of efficiency. Because it's not like her moves are cheap. They're not extra expensive anywhere, but they're not cheap. So, I want to keep Strength up. If we do, I guess I've got exactly 15. If we do that, we've still got positive duration. 90% strength is fine with Accumulating Whip Claw. It'll get big later. I can even throw on Power Drift if I want, really. And that kind of looks fine to begin with. I don't really know what I'm going to do. We could do some ESO, and that'll level things quick. But also, I could just run some relics. Oh. Oh, I touched these, but I haven't leveled them. Pretty alright base stats, right? Nice crit multiplier, okay status, good crit. Good attack speed. I think that works. Put Weeping right here. And maybe eventually replace this with more damage since we have Weeping eventually. But for now, that looks pretty fine. Hystrix, what do you look like? Not quite as impressive as the dual Kiris. Versatile weapon complement deadly hunters. Core Prime signature pistol rotates through hot, cold, electric, and toxin quills. When equipped on Khora, Hystrix Prime has a chance to instantly reload after headshots. Oh, that's kind of all right. Does puncture damage though? I think impact. Yeah, impact is the one with the alt hunter munitions here. So, I don't really care about puncture. Of course, get galvanized mods, because why not? I guess you go here for now. And then probably just viral everything. You've got fine crit chance. But now we can't do any elements. So instead, so leave me with 6. I'd almost want viral heat. Just because you can. We can go like that. Although we'll be getting, well, we've already got plenty of status chance. Go for headshots? Maybe. It's got okay starting accuracy. We will see. Also, it does its elemental thing, right? So we can mess around with just adding that. Could set it on heat to like try and always proc viral and heat procs. And that might be kind of okay. Now, the important bit. The fashion. Default Khora Prime. Pretty nice looking. Lots and lots of gold filigree. She's still got her like back 4 quills. Some arm blades, but not quite as many spikes as regular Khora. So let's leave default for now, and then what do we got? What's random gonna give us? Goddamn, that looks great to begin with. Holy shit. I kind of want to keep that. Change the emissive, probably energy, but wow, I want to keep that. Ooh, I like the silver. The silver is really good. I would, ooh, might work with that. I kind of like the dommy mommy attitude. Do we want to change maybe this to be even darker? Not agony. Fear works. That's mostly a true black. And then... ooh. Changes her ribbons and the secondary armor color. I mean, that's very close to her default, right? Very close. Just slightly darker, maybe. She looks good in red. She looks real good in red. Get a bit more of a harsh purple there, but still kind of muted, so the red really stands out. I like that. And then we can work with this. We got more of a hot pink on the cloth. Of course, infested hot pink.
Ordis did not think the operator
Almost
could be
like...
more attractive. Wrong again,
it's hard to tell the
Ordis.
difference. Maybe even a slightly lighter gray here? Not like a white gray, though. Slightly lighter gray. And then... I'm not so hot on the blue. Maybe if it were, like, a stronger blue? No, that doesn't look like it's a super shiny material, right? So, like, a really bright color. It's maybe not our best friend. Let's look at her accents here first. I do love purple. And I kind of want something... yep. We can go back to a darker gray here. I'm just remaking this, aren't I? Kind of. Now I've got to do something about this blue. Would like a bright yellow? No. Something to stand out. But it's all muted and soft. So, like... it's also her spine. The white goes good with the gray, but not with the pink. There may be like a harsher orange. Yeah. I like a good orange, but I don't know about that. Yeah, muted colors to begin with. Looking at like the feet, the legs, and the head. Oh, and I guess the wrists too. See, most of these are almost just straight black. It's very muted. It looks really good against purple. That bright purple. That's kind of unified. Woof. That's strong. It's kind of generic edgelord, but that's pretty strong. What about like some harsh purple? I like that dark, but it needs to stand out a bit. No, that purple's always more blue to me. That's just the same. Let's get slightly lighter purple, slightly softer purple. Not that, but that also looks pretty good. I wonder if we can do something like this, but still soft. Man, these Pride palettes are both really good. Are those the same? Sort of? It's the same purple. That's pretty soft. Okay. I like this, though. Let's do like a harsh pink and a deep purple. To make it not quite so harsh. Comes up more pink, though. We need a little bit of that purple color in there, for sure. Yeah, okay. Okay, I like it. I almost want to, and I know I'm just making the other random skin again, but I almost want to see, like... Yeah, that purple, that dark black with purple standouts looks pretty good. There's a strong lady who will beat you the hell up. And that's what we're making. More purple for energy. For now, we can blend that later. Yeah. Maybe. Ooh. It is pretty close to neutral, but I like the hands up. She's ready. This is kind of wildin', though. Yeah, okay. Now, accessories. I've got a bunch. Not quite everything. We don't need... I really like this bit. I've got it over on my Titania. It plays quite well. Fits pretty nicely right in between, right? I'm a big fan of this one. The Edo Prime and the Etheria, although that's a bit too light for the rest of it. Same with the Heartwood. I love this dangly bit, and with some color schemes this goes really, really well, but right now I want to like this chest piece more than I do, but the like side blades here, they always kind of throw off. They don't mesh with anything. She's got her back arced. She's sticking them out. So every bit we put on here is going to be a bit stuck out. I say we go with this one. It's dark enough. It's shiny. All right. Now let's make your shoulders. I don't want... Well... She looks pretty good with ribbons coming off of her. She already has a bunch of ribbons coming off of her. I'm a big fan of big shoulders. They're not quite that big and bulky. The more a space armor can look like Samus, the better. Oh, I usually really like that one. But again, the soft color, I could change it. I might not change the middle piece too much. What does this look like if we change... What is that, primary? Make that real dark. Yeah, okay. That's an option. I really like these right here, the Etheria shoulder pieces. I like these a lot too, and ribbons, and they're dark enough, but it's clipping into the head. That could be a problem. Ooh. Ooh, could we make... but if I make that black very pink, right? Where was the pink I used? Here? Needs a bit more red and a bit more shine to it. It's not going to have the shininess of this cloth. Maybe we keep the black. That looks pretty okay, too. I kind of like the Hexus. What else have we got outside of Hexus? Big fan of these. It's my favorite Katir piece. But... that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Ooh, I don't think I use that on anything, but that looks pretty okay. More spikes because Khora, right? Goes just around her little center arm bits. Those kind of square diamond bangles on the upper arm. Rivolite is pretty okay. Most of the time, I like it a lot. That looks good. The black and pink color scheme is pretty strong. And I like that these wings stand out, but she's got her shoulders way back. I never used that either. But that Hexus is very, very strong. I mean, this is Warframe. There's no reason to be symmetrical, but, like, I kind of like that. Yeah, we're going to go with those Hexus guards. Do I want the same thing? That mesh is pretty okay. What about... more ribbon. I wonder if I should tone that pink down just a little bit to match kind of the rest of it. Yeah. She's already got the blade coming out of the back of her foot. I don't know that we need much more on there. Yeah. Yeah. I like that. Could change up the energy a little bit. Let's see about making this pink not quite so bright. But it needs to be more pink than purple, I think. Like, does that fit a little better? Maybe. What about... it's still very bright, but I think that fits the ribbons a little bit better. Okay. Do you want the normal spikes? Ugh, what? Why do you not get... No. Needs to match. And then... Comedy option. Had a... Yeah, thank you, Dog Days. I don't think we really need festering. Something fancy. Ooh, with her stance, that's barely coming off her back. That's too bad. We've got Big Busy. Which kind of works. I do like Verve for cackling with energy. And we've got the big old rings around her arms. That kind of complements Whip Claw, right? Can give you even more of a skirt. But again, behind the head is more like off to the side. I think I like Verve. And I'll be honest, do I even want a Siandana? This is pretty busy already. And we've got this really nice cloth coming off her waist. Does she even want a Siandana? Something nice and thin, but droopy. Because a lot of these are going to clip into the shoulder. We don't need that. Yeah, a lot of those are... Sindana's going to be hard. Ooh, I like this color. Not that one. That's a big maybe. Big maybe. Something with not as big of a unit right in the back. Because it looks off to me. Although I love the look of this one because she gets the shoulder guard. And we could, like, change this back to a nice hot pink. Kind of like the metallic version of her cloth. It's still clipping a bit, but I really like that Prisma Uru. So Prisma Uru or Harkonar Wraith, but all black. It's kind of an option. No, I think we'll keep the Prisma Uru. And there we have it. Our extremely dangly, very black and purple Khora Prime. Flows really well. I do kind of like that. That's a lot of dangly bits. God, even on her face. That is quite a lot of dangly bits. Oh, her shoes. Her shoes are just made out of spikes. Yeah, okay. I think I like basic Khora noble animation. Very tall and strong. All right, cool. So from here, I don't really have too much of a plan of what to do. I could go level a bunch of stuff really fast, or I could run some relics. And I got some relics for a Corvus, which I don't have yet. I guess I'll show off. Old name. It's fine. I've got most stuff, right? And with leveling up Khora and the Hystrix and Dual Curies, I'll hit L2. So that's mostly what I'm going to be doing this stream. Shouldn't take too long at all. But I've got this stuff missing. And of course, 3 of these are about to go away. So I could see if I could run some, like, Corvus and Nagantanka relics. These take a little bit of grind. This takes a lot of grind. Well, this one and this one take a lot of grind. Cortege and Morga also take, like, a lot of RNG. And then there's a Kuva weapon. And I'm not planning on really running Liches at all today, or Khora against Liches. So let's just run some Corvus relics with randos. I should probably look up which ones have Corvus bits. Or which Corvus bits I have at all. Because I don't think I know. I just know I got 1 for the blueprint the other day. Still, this will be way more than enough for a Lith relic. Oh, I'm going in solo. Whoops, well, I've got 2 relics. Let's just run through a real quick exterminate. Can I even spam Whip Claw starting off?
There is a large platoon of
Why did that take no energy?
stationed
Okay,
here.
it takes
Leave no
25
one
energy.
standing. Void fishers, you need them to open a relic.
Oh, I didn't
but are you
recolor my
confident
weapon
you can withstand their
or my
fury?
Hystrix.
A fisher, defend yourself and use reactant to open relics.
I haven't used the Hystrix. Do you have travel time?
Use that reactant to open a relic.
Do you have travel time?
The reactant is working on your relic. Find more.
So that
Stay
means we
focused.
need
There's a
a
heavy
lethal
unit
momentum.
approaching.
Arc's on here. Do you have, like... Is that an arc? That looks weird. I mean, it's doing its job, but what won't do the job against level 14 stuff? Especially with a potato in it, and any mods at all. There's accumulating Whip Claw.
The relic has been cracked open. Finish your mission to find out what's inside.
Yeah. Doing 5 digits of damage already. Oh, I didn't recolor Venari either. My fashion frame is lacking.
Marines inbound.
Okay, that seems to be kind of a direct shot. Headshots shouldn't be too hard. Though having a bigger clip to start with would be kind of nice.
You have broken their ranks and they are on the run. Another successful mission. Find extraction.
Oh, hi. I mean, not a threat at all, but kind of wasn't expecting to see, like, multiple ancient healers all right next to each other. Does anybody remember when those used to be, like, a deal?
My sector, my
And right
rules.
now, if it's not... Hey! The Corvus bit! Okay. Wow. I'll take it. It's lucky. I mean, it's a low rank common reward, but still. No more random lith relics. My game always seems to take a little while loading out of mission. Longer than most other people. I don't know why. Like, I bought an SSD.
Oh, yes! Sector falls into my hands. All gone, all mine.
Not a lot of options
Yes,
for Meso and
Sector.
Neo.
Yes!
Do a regular defense, and maybe I'll hit rank 10. There's the blueprint and the barrel. And I have no void traces after upgrading several of them. Hunting for Khora and Hystrix and Kiri's bits. Fullness Prime, huh? Maybe instead I could use more Forma. Let's go hopefully bless some pubs with a Mesa Prime drop. Hopefully. Demon Magnus. You get a lot of edgy names in here, for sure. It's a free game. It's not Riot, but it's a free game. There's also lots of people who've been playing since like 5 to 7 years ago. So you get some old names in here, like mine. Feeling like we're not gonna connect, which is very rarely a problem for me in Warframe. But like that connection loading status is laggy. Wow. Can I abort? I feel like I could have got... There it is. No surprise there. Doesn't happen very often. Although maybe my internet's being weird. I haven't dropped any frames yet, though, so... Should be pretty okay. Oh no, the connection was so bad. It's taking a while to get back. No. I would like a different group. Oh, it's Stefano. Stefano's okay. Oh no, it's the same group. Oh no. Well, one person. I've established a connection to one person.
There are void
Hey.
fissures in the area. Use these to crack open a relic.
I still didn't recolor my Venari. Or Hystrix or Kiri's. That's gonna have to happen after this match. No. Door lag.
You're near a fissure.
Oh, door lag. Okay.
The
That's fair.
enemies are dropping reactant. Keep fighting. Look for more reactant.
Frame rank 8. We get our Strangle Dome soon. Then everything else can start leveling up. Man, I really need to recolor everything. Looks not leveled up yet. I'm feeling like maybe I do actually want more than 90 strength. Got our maybe Shield of Shadows Necros. That's not too bad damage though. Someone just got hit for 9,000 twice.
That's it. You opened the relic. Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside.
Wow. All you can really see on my fashion is the Verve Ephemera and a bunch of dangly bits. Kind of okay with it. Let's keep it on fire for now. A nice heat viral bit. Is that a Necros shadow? Okay, good. I suppose I could go for 2 combo elements. Alright, we could do like viral radiation. But viral heat is just such a good combo. The lag. Is that a Caliban? That is a Caliban. I never see anyone play Caliban. He's pretty okay. It's not great. He's got a decent armor strip. And summoning the little sentient buddies. Okay, distraction. But his spin is not great. I don't think it's been buffed. It had to have been a recent change.
Any of y'all see the feeds light up?
Oh, are those new
It's
challenges?
Going down, kids. Always a pleasure.
No. Had to have
That's
been
all
like
from
a
me.
recovered one. I have not been super current on Nightwave. I could have had several more. Oh my god. Several more Umbra Forma than I actually do. I don't think I've missed out on any cosmetics I haven't had yet. And that's the really important part.
Reinforcements available. Do
Your
you
operator
choose to leave
suits.
now or continue fighting?
Armor bits. Lander skins. Hello? I already got the blueprint, but that's ducats. People want to keep going? All right. Max Thor. See what I mean about edgy bits, edgy names?
Keep fighting. Another opportunity to extract will appear soon.
It's not exactly an edgelord game, but it's far from being cutesy. I say as I whip Space Marines into submission. Eventually, I should be hitting more than just a couple people per whip. Oh, shadows. Thank you, Necros. They were long dead. I just wanted to drive the point home. What's Demon Magnus doing? Wisp. With a Cycron and whatever Vermilion is. This is sufficiently fast attack speed.
The relic has been cracked.
Honestly, like,
Finish your mission to find out what's inside.
yeah. Oh, someone's got a tentacle gun. Might be Demon Magnus. The tentacle gun primary is pretty good. The Hystrix, on the other hand, might be just alright. But that could have been a lot of play. Oh, hi, Necros. You are literally up there. How big is this? Yeah. Already need to do it twice. Got last power used on my mouse. It makes it really quick. But I gotta remember to switch back to whatever power I actually want. Oh hey, it auto-reloaded for me. I swear, this game will kind of ruin you for any actual competitive FPS game. 'Cause not only does it start with its sensitivity crazy high, but it kind of encourages you to keep it, like, relative to other games, really high. You want to be flicking around and doing the acrobatics. And you get a bunch of weapons that, like, don't actually need to be accurate. Ink viral heat works. I have a ping of in between 200 and 250 milliseconds. That's not great. Does this fall? Or is it like the smoke trail behind it raises? Does that change with like... Oh, you know what? That looks really good. Changed my mind. His tricks may not be the greatest, but it feels okay. And it looks pretty good. Its shots look pretty good. Looking cool and feeling cool is the true goal in Warframe. There's lots of different big-ass builds out there. Lots of different...
Extraction is ready.
Go out and one-shot your lich or your sister. Lots of different completely unkillable builds or giant map wipe builds. Looking cool is the primary objective. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Oh, they want to leave? No, we're leaving.
We're done here. The extraction team will
Definitely
take
not
over
the
from here.
fastest leveling.
Time to evacuate.
Oh shit, but like, worked for the Hystrix, almost worked for the dual Curies. Almost got Legendary 2. If I don't have it already. I don't, that's maybe between these two. Oh, does Venari count? Shit, I maybe hit Legendary 2 already. I have no idea what that test is. Haven't talked to anyone about it. There it is. Well, maybe we go check it out. First, though, the most important thing. You've got to look the part. Ooh, actually. You have to look the part.
A fearsome
There we go.
appearance, operator. You will
Little
strike
Curies.
terror
Looks
in your
great.
enemies.
There we go. Much better. Venari. I haven't done anything to Venari Prime. Hey, she comes with a catalyst. Let's see. Big ol' loot radar. We want Link health, Link armor. Fetch, of course. And then what was the one that lets you absorb health orbs even when you have max health? Was that synth fiber? I think it was synth fiber. It was one of the synth mods. It's probably synth fiber. Maybe synth deconstruct. It's one of these two. And then bite is going to be your strongest damage increase. And we'll just leave it at that for now. Oh, I want primed animal instinct. Absolutely. Ooh, and hunter recovery, right? Is it hunter recovery? No, pack leader. That will keep them alive. Which one of you?
Orders has been
I
counting
think it's
stars,
Sapphire.
operator. All accounted for.
I want to be able to heal them.
Well put together, operator.
Now
get out there and
Cut down the...
make the Lotus proud.
I could change element stuff on here eventually. But the first thing I want to do is up the crit damage. Because it has a good crit chance. I'm getting more damage and status chance. You're going to need 2 Forma for that? Okay. I've got 10 Forma. That's enough for like a couple of passes. And then 24 and 25. So we get some upgrades. But and 27. But Whip Claw is already maxed out after that. So we've got good range. We've got accumulating Whip Claw. We just need to hit people a couple of times. And then we're good. But you're not rank 30 yet. So I can't Forma her and put in Power Drift here. Or, which one's the range drift? Coaction? No, Cunning. Cunning Drift. It's going to be one of those two. Hit power strength just over 100, so it's not being diminished at all, or range at 250. Accumulating Whip Claw really does an incredibly good amount of work. Because this stacks. And I think the decay timer on it doesn't, like, it also stacks. It resets. I think. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong. The thing about Warframe, one of the things that I like about Warframe, but that will also throw everybody for a loop, is there's lots and lots of little rules and mechanics and interactions, and for every single one of those, there's an exception. Or 3. Right? Armor stripping is great. Well, unless you're going against a sister or a lich, in which case you probably want damage bonuses, damage boosting, like big ones, like Banshee. Because they have damage attenuation, and that's different from armor. Beyond their own randomly rolled weaknesses, you're going to have... other things to worry about, like damage attenuation. So clearly you want your most damaging, hardest hitting, fastest hitting weapon, right? Well, no. Because, like, fire rate is also... Oh, I've got to have a weapon of each type equipped. So it's not another operator thing. Well... I don't have any primary Khora weapons, so let's do Proboscis, and then we can, like, gather people for viral clouds with slash procs, while we also ensnare and whip them.
Prove your ability with a sidearm. Eliminate all targets.
I didn't need a primary for this. By the way, always practice. Because who knows if what you're packing is enough for the actual test. This might not be. Though it's pretty alright with headshots. And I don't have crit damage on here. Excuse me? No, okay. Getting a little bit of time with each kill, right? No.
Ready yourself.
20 more. In a minute and a half. Should be pretty easy. Ow! That noticeably hurt. Can't use powers in here anyway, so it's only about frame health and armor. Or other damage resistance. You could probably get away with rolling guard. Can you get away with, like, operator healing? No. So Grace and Guardian are probably your best friend. Don't knock me over. You've got a limited amount of time. Good thing this gun has plenty of ammo. Though, I'm not a huge fan of the travel time. Ooh, I might need more health and armor. Even though Khora's kind of beefy.
Again.
Look at that. That's damage. From level 84 people. Yeah, look at that. Is that a failure? That is not a failure. I'm not like going umbral with armor, right? Mistrix is doing pretty okay. Shield can't go straight up, bud. Ow. You don't go face to face with a heavy gunner. Come here, asshole. I might go grab my Valkyr for this. Like, actually doing it. Maybe, like... Spore grenade launcher, probably. That kills things super fast. It's a great kid gun. I'll show you what I'm talking about as soon as this is over, because I might not make it through practice. Where's the last one? Oh, reload cost me. Yeah, okay. Do get experience for that. Let's change it up a little bit. Because I can get through that no problem. Oh, either Lavos or Valkyr. They're both really tanky and have a lot of health. And I don't care about energy or powers. But I do need a good secondary. So Khora, you're great. I could maybe use a shield gating setup instead of adaptation. Gara is also pretty good, but I think Khora has more armor. Let's take a look here. 325 armor. Oh, hey! Thank you. 987 health. Versus... one extremely chonky boy. 1,500 armor and 2,000 health. Versus... an Umbral Valkyr. Who has a good deal more health, but not a good deal more armor. I kind of think I'm going Lavos. Not to mention, I think Lavos here... I don't know if Arcanes will work. Yeah. Has Arcane Grace. And not even Arcane Guardian. We'll use Guardian for now. It's probably overkill. But, like, that's a lot more armor. Puts him over my Umbral Valkyr's armor. And then Pot Pistol is the right pistol. Although, importantly, it's not currently the right color. Oh, I was using the Khora last? I barely even remember that weapon. Okay. This should be more than good enough. Another legendary core. You can buy as many loadout slots as you want, but that daily standing limit and void trace storage are the real rewards at this rank, right? At lower ranks, legendary cores are pretty nice. Focus limit, if you haven't mastered, you haven't filled out all your trees, are pretty good. But like once you kind of have everything, then the things that make it easier to grind are the real rewards. All right, Alchemist baby.
Eliminate all targets.
Let's do this. That might cost me. If you don't have one of these pistols, get one.
Ready yourself.
Look at how fast that was in comparison to the Hystrix. Viral heat, big AoE. You toss on Pax charge so you never reload. And if you have Prime Sure-Footed, then you never knock yourself down either. Of course, that's a big old login reward. It's worth it, so stuff like that never happens, though. Again. I don't know if my arcanes are working or not. Find out. My shields go down and I take more health damage. So I want to say I had like 2,100 total health. So Grace may not be kicking in. Where'd you go? Oh my god, I hit through walls! Reload, please. Thank you. Ow. Yeah, I don't think Arcane Grace is kicking in, so more health was the right answer. One just spawned right next to where I was, didn't they? Oh no, a hatchet, man. I better watch out. Yeah, this is going to be pretty easy, even with all the rolling around and getting knocking myself back. Oh, for real? It was just the 2 waves?
A formidable performance. This test is now complete.
I expected more.
Mission complete.
But all right.
Excellent work, Tanner.
That this is who you are. Drum beat kicks in. Drum beat and chorus. That's a good song. This game, it's so weird. It has a lot of like little odd faults, and you may not like parts of its design, or it's like reward structure, how you go out and grind things and get things. But man, its visual design and it's like the art team and the sound team absolutely kill it on this game every single time. Every single time. And they do a lot of different stuff, right? Like Zariman levels don't look like Deimos, don't look like Fortuna, don't look like Cetus, don't look like the Sentient tile set, which is kind of amazing. All right, well, that was a lot easier than the previous challenge, I think. There were a couple of challenges where you were going around as operator, and those were a little bit more difficult. I could use, I think... No, wait, I have the blueprint for that, don't I? Yeah, I just need the bits. I think the same with the Corvus. I need the barrel and the receiver. You're both stock? Oh, okay. I need the barrel and the receiver. Do I have... I can do this. And I've got 5 more. I can just run this with pubs. I feel like try-harding for a thing means you're not going to get it. You know? Whereas just being like, I guess I'll run this. Then you get it.
Were you visualizing a bloody battle?
I'm not really looking for that Corvus bit. It's just like a thing that I could use, maybe. I mean, I hear it's pretty alright. Still, it has to compete with the Mausolon and the Imperator Vandal. And those guns are great. I hear the Kuva Grattler is really good. So, you know, we'll get what we get. I'm mostly here for Hystrix and Curies and Khora levels. Please hear me, RNG. We've got a Titania. And somebody with like sprint boost or who's boosting my speed a little bit, I think.
Don't forget the reactant. You need more to open that relic. Stay focused.
Ooh, and a Gauss? I think that was an Ember, but I think it was maybe a Gauss. Somebody who's clearing
We cannot let our target know we're here. Track them down quickly.
In an area pretty easily. Good job, team.
Excellent work. We'll interrogate the captive back at base. Your part is done here, Tenno. Heavy robotics signature detected. Lock and load.
Yeah, the dual Curies, you've got plenty of attack speed. It's a pretty alright weapon. Slash bias. Which is always very good. Slash viral is what you want. If you can do slash viral heat, then like condition overload becomes a nice thing. last Void Relic bit... Wait, this goes down, doesn't it? Yeah. It's been a minute since I was on this tile set. Every once in a while, I'll take a big break from the game and come back and play, like, not new areas. And see tile set stuff that I've never seen before.
Open the relic. Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside.
Histrix starts on poison, huh? I don't know if I have the Magnus Prime. I think I might. I don't have a bit for it, though, so I'll take it.
Mission complete. The captive has been escorted to the extraction point. Well done.
Nice. Max dual carries. I forget how many forma I wanted to put in that thing. At least one, though, right? God, new to Tanya and her huge wings. I'll show that off for anyone who hasn't seen it. She looks great. In fact, this is an older head. Maybe the whole body, too. It's like more curvy. But the new wings are, they're big. Like, I showed it off very briefly at the start of this stream, but... Oh, yeah. You can definitely see right ahead of you. Like, if you're pointing your gun and you're aiming, the wings are all to the side like this, which is nice. But otherwise, if you're walking forward or dashing forward, she takes up the whole screen. If you're in pixie mode, you know, you press 4 and go tiny, then it's really easy to... Really, really easy to see.
Operator, your chosen Warframe suits
But otherwise...
you. Ha, ha.
Oh, you're right. I wanted weeping on here. I think we can just max these out then. There's like more optimization that could be had. But we'll be like, let's lock in big viral damage because I'm not actually using any other dashes on here. And then, where's weeping? Weeping's a 9, right? Yeah. Extra, extra, extra status combo. And if I put another format in here, it'll be reach, and then we can just kind of move things around. Like, I could take weeping off. Although, I don't know. There's been a debate going on in the game for a while of, like, how to fix modding, because, I mean, look at all these mods. There's a ton of them. Ignore these. These are just ribbons I haven't unlocked yet. There's a ton. And these are just melee weapons. And, like, there's specific mods for specific melee weapons that are augments. So add 1 or 2 to this big ol' list. And that's just melee weapons. It's not rifles. It's not shotguns. It's not pistols. It's not frames. It's not pets. There's a lot of mods. And so a lot of builds, you can do, like, a variety of things. But because of the way a lot of the mechanics work, like, I could put Buzzkill on here to get way more slash damage, and that would increase the chance of me getting a slash proc, right? But slash procs do true damage. The bleed damage caused by them ignores defenses. Because of that, it only takes, like, the base damage of the weapon into account for the slash proc. Kind of, sort of. There's other stuff going on. You know, you can modify it with, like, viral procs, which just increase damage taken by an enemy. But, so, like, putting this increased slash damage mod on here doesn't increase slash damage. And so there's a lot of different ways you can mod things, but generally there's a couple of few different ways you can mod things. You want like some damage. This is for melee weapons. You want some damage. You want some elemental damage, usually viral, especially if you can cause slash procs. If not, you kind of want viral heat. And then you want some status chance and crit damage and some attack speed. And not necessarily in that order. It depends on like the base attack speed and crit and status chance of the weapon, right? So that's generally what you want on a lot of things, actually. Even stuff that doesn't do status or slash damage. Like, I'll go check out the Archiplasmor. Oh, what? Well, and for guns, you want multi-shot, because that's a huge boost. Wow, it's been forever since I've used the Archiplasmor, and instead, I've been using the Tinnet Archiplasmor. But so you want, like, multi-shot, and weirdly rolled Rivens are the only thing that will really change things up, right? Wait, what's going on here? Oh, right. Multiple different elements. And so I'm not building this really for... That's weird. I don't have crit damage in here. I've got crit damage, but not crit chance. Huh. I haven't touched this in a while, I guess. Anyway. You want multi-shot on guns, in addition to that other stuff I said. So, like, the game kind of boils down to having a somewhat strict, quasi-optimized build. You're, like, generic optimized mod build. And then there's a few other edge cases where, depending on what you're doing, if you want to build a gun for, like, a specific faction, or a specific type of mission, or a specific frame and synergy around whatever, you get varied builds that way. But so a lot of people have wanted stuff like, well, just take out condition overload and like bake in primed pressure point to weapons leveling up. So we don't have to put this on here. And we get one more mod slot free, which would open up a lot of variety. Just one. You could have an extra element. You could have more range, more attack speed, more status, more crit, but only like one of those things. And so you have a bunch of different weapons with a bunch of different base stats that you could take just a little bit extra in any of those one directions, or something different. Like, you know, you could put healing return on there. Nobody uses this anymore, for the most part. You could do like a Karnas build. Or what was the other one? There's, maybe it's not on melee weapons, but there's the one that like Zaku can use to combo all of these Deimos mods together. Because, oh no, it is this one. Killing a person with a heavy attack grants 10% evasion and immunity to status effects. And that goes up a little bit when you have 3 of them equipped. And so if you get all of those and use his ult, which has a certain percentage of evasion, you can get like 100, I forget what the number was. It was like 105% or 110% evasion. And so he just like automatically dodges everything. It misses. He has over 100% evasion chance. Nothing can touch him. Except for like nullifier fields. And so there could be a lot more variety in modding in this game. But as it is, it's still pretty cool and fun. Hey, what's up, Garbage? How are you doing? Hey, I looked up that that Kill a Kill game, and that looks nutty. I don't actually know how it works yet. I haven't looked up mechanics and combos and things, but I saw people doing like 1v1s and combo videos, and I watched a little bit of a I think it was Evo. It may have been Frosty Faustings. I watched some fighting game tournament gathering that had it, and that game looks crazy. It's very, very fast. It almost looks like it might have a bunch of auto combos, but it still looks pretty fast and pretty nutty. And it sounded like it's had a few balanced passages as well. Let's do some meso. But yeah, that looks it looks pretty silly. I kind of like silly every once in a while. And I mean, people talk down on auto combos, but there was still a lot of movement and counters, and people had like different stages that they could power up to. Maybe that depends on characters, so you have a lot of, or you have some character unique stuff going on. Sounds kind of cool, honestly. How are you doing? Let's go sabotage. Oh, nice. Could get a Forma. The Elderly Vet reward for when you want to put 5 to 10 Forma into every single piece of gear. Doing a lot better than yesterday? Cool. Glad to hear it. I'm doing fine. I did a bunch of chores and some shopping earlier today, and I'm waiting to do some lawn stuff. Even though it's super late, it's still very, very hot today. We might actually get some rain later, but I can't count on it, so I'm going to be doing like some late night watering. The garden needs it. Oh, I'm getting messaged by someone who I helped once. Wait, that's not really the biz. And they constantly ask for my help all the time. They're all right.
First target.
Oh, I was focusing on mans instead of doing the objective. But yeah, I'm doing all right. Not too much going on. Just playing some Warframe because it got
Fortis has located the next machinery.
a prime version of a really good frame came out. Wait, this one? There we go. This is Whip and Dommy Mommy Khora and Cat Lady Khora. She comes with her own cat, so now you can have 2 cats per mission. And her melee weapon that she came with seems pretty alright, honestly.
Overdrive sequence in progress. This will take a few moments. Do not allow Alan's personnel to reverse the sequence.
I don't know if that's how you spell fairing. Whatever. The gun she came with seems okay. It was never very good to begin with, but it seems pretty alright. Never played Warframe? I like it a lot. It's pretty great for a free game. And there's a ton here, but as you can see, and maybe heard me talking about when you first came in, there's a lot of variety and a lot of builds, and it looks very pretty and it looks very different. And you never actually have to spend a penny on the game to get everything and kind of expand your arsenal to like reach full power of the same people who do spend a bunch of money on the game. But it does help speed things up if you spend money. And so that's kind of how it stays afloat. But as you can see, it's basically like a multiplayer super fast Dynasty Warriors.
Success.
And it's got lots of different game modes and a pretty cool story.
This facility will cease to
Oh,
exist.
we are
May
done
orders
here.
suggest
Running for your life.
It's got a very unique look. Like, the art and sound team for this game can't stop knocking everything out of the park. It's kind of impressive. The mechanics and gameplay stuff people argue about, but the presentation is amazing.
Mission complete. Excellent work, Tenno.
It's very, very fast-paced. Like, that was a group mission to kind of do... The game doesn't have, like, gacha, but it has what it calls relics. And so a relic is, like, an item that has one of 6 different rewards in it, and they're randomly rolled whenever you open them. You open them by going through missions like this. And so that's kind of, sort of, the gacha it's got going on. And you can pay for new stuff, but they won't let you pay for everything. They won't let you pay for, like, past primes. But so, like, these 3 things are brand new, and you can currently buy them with real money if you want. You can also buy a lot of other cosmetics and things through the market with the in-game currency, which is plat up here. But you can trade with other players for platinum, so you can make the in-game real money currency without ever spending any money, which is kind of nice. So if you never want to put any money down, it just needs time. Never been a huge fan of multiplayer games like these. You always feel like taking everything on your own. You can pretty much do that. A lot of people prefer to do that, and it's totally viable. It's more efficient to play with a group for what I was just doing, because then you get 4 different rolls on 4 relics. Everybody brings 1, and then everybody gets a choice of the reward they want, the one reward they want to pick at the end from all 4 different relics. But you can run
I've been thinking,
and
operator.
crack relics on your own,
I thought you'd want to know.
and like, all of the story is single player. There's, like, you get your own ship to decorate and a lot of other stuff to decorate. There are a lot of weapons and some frames that are clan research only, but you can just have a clan of 1 person and do all that yourself. I think it's even cheaper if you are doing that. And then, like, there's a bunch of story missions. Some of these are old, and they're, like, just, hey, go get a frame you don't have yet. But a lot of them are either mainline story, because there's, like, a main quest, and then there's quests for, like, the kind of open world areas. You have Cetus down on Earth, and Fortuna down here on Venus, and then the mutated moon of Mars, Deimos. And these all have kind of their own quest lines. So there's a lot of solo stuff to do in the game. It's just getting prime stuff, cracking relics, it's encouraged that you do multiplayer. But you really never have to talk to anyone. Like, there was no communication in that last match. and I've put way too much time in this. In fact, I think I can just pull it up right here. Clearly you can see I have a very old name that I'm not using anymore, and I have almost 3,000 hours in game. This is larger on Steam because this is just in mission time, and there's a lot of time spent. I've spent a lot of time outside talking with clan and doing a bunch of cosmetics and stuff. Like, this is what this frame normally looks like by default. I made her look like this. You can spend a lot of time on fashion. So that's another one of the big draws. There's also, like, increasingly crazy stuff people can do with the player dojos. Like, people are constantly recreating scenes from other games or movies. People have, like, recreated big famous areas from Elden Ring or Evangelion or, like, lots of different anime in their dojos. And we haven't really done that, but I can kind of show you. Where is it? What that looks like. And you could totally do all of this solo. It just takes a little bit longer. All of the, like, I think the research costs and manufacturing costs are all reduced for a single guild or a single person guild, but there's still just one person doing it instead of other people, like, coordinating to gather materials and stuff. So this was an empty room, like with these floors, although a slightly different color. And we've added nonsense, like sideways Christmas trees, or wait, this changed? No, okay, it's still here. Our upside down trading post. Even the menu is upside down. It's supposed to look like this. Someone's been adding icicles to it since I was last year, though. And these get large. Like, ours is not incredibly large. But some people have put some design time into it. And, like, the movement system in the game is crazy. Where's, like... Oh, this is a big in-joke. Someone made a recreation of a bathroom that someone tried to make in real life, but they were doing like a big do-it-yourself project, and everything failed hilariously. So that's what that room is. Or just big mecha, because why not? So for a free game, the game has like quite a lot going on. Do I have any favorite games? I mean, it kind of depends. It depends on what genre. Like, I've put a ton of time into this, but I wouldn't say it's, like, my favorite game. It's just free, and for a while, I didn't have much money to spend, so I put a ton of time into it. There's a couple of, like, really old RPGs that I like. I'm a huge fan of Xenogears. I really like 13 Sentinels, but I just played through that super recently, so it's hard to say that's one of my favorites. And I really like the, like, Breath of Fire series, and a couple of Final Fantasies are some of my favorites. Chrono Trigger and a few others. I'm a huge fan of the Devil May Cry series. Every one of those games, except for number 2, are utterly amazing. I've been a huge fan of the whole Guilty Gear series for a long time. And so that's my favorite fighting game series. And probably either Strive or X2 is my favorite. I used to be a really, really big fan of Mega Man games, but they basically don't make those anymore. The Battle Network games were fun. And I liked Legend, but again, they haven't made a lot of those anymore. Way back in the day, I played a ton of Half-Life and Half-Life mods and Warcraft 3 and Warcraft 3 mods with a bunch of friends. I've played a lot of Final Fantasy XIV over the past 3 or 4 years, and that's probably my favorite MMO that anyone's ever built. I played a little bit of WoW with a roommate several years ago, but it was not really my bit. But I also played a lot of Anarchy Online way back in the day. And that game, for being such an incredibly bare bones, like, graphically and storyline game, has some really crazy stuff going on in it that I really liked. But it's hard to say that I have, like, one favorite game. Even if I were to get more specific, like, which game do I like? Which game soundtrack do I like the most? I have a hard time coming up with an answer for that. Because, like, Chrono Trigger and Final Fantasy VI are utterly amazing, but there's so many other, like, more modern, really good soundtracks. Like Nier Automata, which is another game that's utterly fantastic. I love that game. What was I looking for? More Corvus parts. But I can't avoid anything yet. Well, yeah, I've got a few. So I don't think I have a favorite. Like one I will always go back and play. I really like a few old beat-em-ups. But I wouldn't put any of those as my favorite either. You know? I don't know. Well, I mean, everybody likes different stuff. I mean, I put a lot of time into Minecraft for a little while with some buddies. They were running like a modded server, and we had a lot of fun with that. And I see a bunch of people really like Roblox these days, and I think that's kind of sort of the same thing but different. I mean, it's very different, but you kind of like it for a similar reason. What's your favorites? Like, when I say beat-em-ups, I really like the old... I mean, I played a bunch of, like, Streets of Rage or stuff like that when it came out, and I really like the old... And, I guess, the more recent Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game. But I also really like River City Rampage, and River City Girls is like a modern iteration on that. It's really good. Yo, what's up? What's up, Siobhan?
Target located. Bring them
You
in.
found me.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching. We cannot let our target know we're here. Track them down.
Say Ultra Ring, or Ultra Kill, Elden Ring, and Assassin's Creed. I haven't played much Assassin's Creed except for like the second one. Ultra Kill is great,
Mission complete. The captain
and
has been
yeah,
escorted to the
I
extraction point.
like.
Well done.
I didn't even mention it, but it's part. I mean, I understand people who don't like them, but I love the Dark Souls series and every split off of it. Dark Souls 1 is probably a pretty good contender for my favorite game ever. And I really liked 2 and 3, but like the lore and how the world was built for Dark Souls 1 were easily why I preferred that game over the rest. And then Elden Ring comes along and like, damn, that's a really, really good game. It's incredible. Oh, Animal Crossing New Horizons? Hey, that's fine. I know a lot of people who really like Animal Crossing. I've never really played an Animal Crossing. I've played, like, Terraria, and what's that other one that's totally not the same thing, but you're, like, it's, like, 2D mining? Core Keeper? But those are still not Animal Crossing, right? Which is kind of like a Harvest Moon style of thing. And I have a bunch of friends who really, really love those games. I wouldn't make fun of anybody for loving those games. Sometimes you just want, like, a nice, chill, relaxing experience out of a video game, right? Like, Warframe is really fast-paced. I love my fighting games and action games, which are fast-paced or, like, competitive and fast-paced. But it's good to have a really chill game to fall back on whenever you want. Especially if you have, like, a Switch or anything like that. It's kind of like Stardew Valley. Yeah, Animal Crossing and Stardew Valley. I'd say those are pretty good comparisons. Having not really played either. Again, I've mostly played, like, Minecraft, Terraria, and Core Keeper. And I think I played some Harvest Moon way back when one of those first came out. But I know, like, I had friends who, for example, were really big into Halo up until, like, the third one, but they also spent so much time running, spent so much time playing The Sims that they would, like, run a website where they were just talking with other people about The Sims all the time and what you could do with it. And so they built up a community of people who really enjoyed The Sims. And so those are very, very different, very, very different games, right? I hear a lot of good things about Animal Crossing. A lot of people love it. There's a lot of VTubers who super enjoy Animal Crossing. Maybe I should, like, give it a go, because I played a little bit of Core Keeper, and you can't really connect Stardew to Animal Crossing New Horizons too much, considering you have 235 hours. Nice. And 2 hours in Stardew. Yeah, I couldn't either. They just look like they're probably very similarly themed. But Animal Crossing has a lot more... Well, I guess they both have, like, a lot of kind of pseudo-social interactions with all the different NPCs and things going around town, and how you can kind of sort of manage or influence that. But then in Animal Crossing, you can also visit other players' towns and homes and establishments and things. And it's kind of like, it's not like Minecraft at all, but it's kind of like Minecraft because you can customize a lot of your own stuff. And so a lot of the fun of the game is, like, I would guess, making your own fancy house and layout and decorating it how you wanted and everything like that. Oh, hello, Stalker. Where are you? Basically dead before I could get there. Just like God intended. That was kind of a random mini-boss type of thing that just showed up and didn't stand a chance. fact, very quickly stops standing a chance.
That's it.
But yeah, if we're talking about games that I have like the most time in, then maybe Warframe is what I have the most time in. But I also have an absolute ton of time in Elder Scrolls Morrowind and Skyrim. Guilty Gear XX, and probably a ton of time in like Half-Life mods or Warcraft 3 mods, doing like tower defense stuff with friends, and Minecraft. There was several years where we played a lot of Minecraft, but I couldn't tell you what I have the most time in. So I don't really know.
This will take a few moments. Do not allow Alex personnel to reverse
It's
the sequence.
probably Warframe, and then a couple of others that come somewhat maybe close. Like, I bet you I have a ton of time in Skyrim and Morrowind, and those probably come the closest. But at this point, I kind of doubt if anything actually beats Warframe for time played. 'Cause there's a time I was taking care of my dad and living with him, and so in between working and taking care of him, I would just play a lot of Warframe and Destiny, and mostly Warframe. I've also been playing Warframe like since it came out. You just finished the Revenant quest? Dude, congrats, Siobhan. Revenant is really good. Like, he's still to this day really good. His spin to win gimmick is very strong. His Mesmer armor is super strong. Like, he basically doesn't need mods. You just need, like, efficiency, and then he lives. Or, it's either strength or duration, I think, that give him more ticks of Revenant's Mesmer skin, I think it's called. And then he just doesn't die. I think that might have changed a little bit recently, because he can't stun... Wow. He can't... the way Mesmer skin works is anybody who attacks him automatically gets stunned, which is just a... And he doesn't take any damage for it. He just loses a stack of Mesmer skin. So that's crazy strong. But I think you can't do the auto stun to the modern version of Eximus units. So that's the only thing that gives him a problem. But, like, he's still utterly amazing at taking down sisters or liches just because he's super safe when doing it. And he's really good at most missions. He's very fast. He can nuke an area super easily. He can very easily juice how he nukes an area. You just checked and it's Animal Crossing? Hell yeah. I'm saying, it's a super comfy game. A ton of my friends put a lot of time into The Sims for the exact same reason. And I know a bunch of other people who really, really like a lot of the different Animal Crossing games. You can make thumbnails for me? I can't pay anyone to do any content for me right now. But I've been making my own thumbnails. And I'm not great at it, but I'm okay at it for only spending, like, 15 or 20 minutes doing it. Oh, I can't copy my colors? Well, we can remake it. I mean, it's very similar to what I've got going on now, just black and purple. Wow. Not a lot. Ooh, well, that's kind of like a wine purple. What do you change? Woof. No, that's staying back. Black. It's free.
Excellent armaments, operator.
I mean, if you want to.
Covered in blood.
I kind of like
Safe and sound.
learning to do a lot of it myself. Like, I made my own model and rigged my own model, so I like doing a bunch of stuff myself. But, I mean, if you want to, I'm not going to turn that down, I guess. What do I have coming up? I'm going to play Stray next week, I think. And, so I could use, like, Stray or Valorant or Monster Hunter or Guilty Gear thumbnails. Do you have, like, a Twitter and your own YouTube channel? Like, if I go to this account's YouTube channel. Yeah, hell yeah. I think I was subscribed already on my other account, but not, because I remember... This looks familiar. But I wasn't subscribed on my Rad Mahou account. Yeah, I just went to your channel and subscribed on mine. Or with this account,
Orders has been
rather.
counting stars, operator. All
Let's do a
accounted
couple more
for.
runs for Corvus stuff. And that should get Khora to 30 at least. And that'll be everything mastered. Yeah, I've never played Brawl Stars. I remember talking about that with you for a little bit some time ago, though. Garbage and I were just talking about, well, they were recommending I check out the Kill a Kill fighting game, which I hadn't, and I finally did last night, and that game looks nutty. It almost reminds me of, like... Well, it reminds me kind of like Budokai or the Naruto Shippuden games, but not really, because it's faster and more mobile. But I've put very, very little time into either of those, really. So it's hard for me to make a comparison. But, like, 3D Fighter I've put the most time into is probably Soul Calibur. And Brawl Stars is... Oh, I'm going to get this super wrong, but Brawl Stars is kind of more like a very different version of... oh, what's the cool Squid game called?
Don't forget the reactant. You need more to open that relic.
Whoop. Splatoon, right? It's kind of like a team thing. Whoa. Well. Played Naruto Ninja Storm 1 to 4 in 23 hours. Damn, that sounds... You mean like a single-player campaign type of thing? You love me? Aw, thanks.
First targets marked. Render them non-functional.
I appreciates it.
That's it. You opened the relic. Finish your mission.
Yeah, I played a lot of Soul Calibur too. I never went to any actual tournaments, but I had like tournaments over at a friend's house.
Most efficient operator.
I've only ever entered into Guilty Gear tournaments and done poorly.
Now, turn your attention to the
I know a dude who did a lot of Smash Bros though.
Overdrive sequence. Overdrive sequence in progress.
He was like the second or third best Smash Bros player in my state, though. And then he would like travel to compete in tournaments, but he was never a really big name. Favorite character was Maxi. Oh, hell yeah. He was my favorite character. Maxi's great. very quick. I think I was kind of basic and played a lot of, like, Sophitia. Or Cervantes every once in a while. And I remember trying to get good with Nightmare, but he's... Nightmare and... what's his name? The normal, regular human version Nightmare. Damn, shows you it's been a while. I'm always pretty slow for my tastes. Is that a... Did someone die? You just summon your lich. Played Brawlhalla? I haven't played that yet.
Success.
No, wait, that's not a new thing.
In a few brief moments, this facility will cease to exist.
But I've heard...
Your orders suggest-
I've heard that's, like, pretty fun. I need more Forma. Invite you when I'm done? All right, for sure. My chat has delay on your phone. It's bound to have a little bit of delay. I think it has... I'm not looking at the YouTube page right now, but it usually has a couple of seconds of delay for sure. In fact, I might call the stream there. I just wanted to do a little short 2-hour thing playing around with Khora. And so, like, she's still good and she looks great. The Hystrix is, meh, it's okay. Dual Curies seems pretty good, though. It's got good stats, especially good base attack speed. And it does, like, better slam attack damage when it's in her hands. I think I'll look at it right before I end. Let's see here. As you can tell, I'm a big fan of purple on pink, because, woof, my ship. I should maybe, whoops, sorry. I should maybe do, like, a shield gate setup instead of adaptation. Because adaptation by itself, she doesn't have a ton of armor. She's got pretty okay health. I could use an Eximus slot in here. Yeah, sure. You're worth it. Not that I can fit anything right now. But we could go transport. Oh, God, I want to change the physique first. That's, like, not even a question. I want to get Dash in here. Wait, what's... Do I have a brief respite? Did I spell that wrong? I did. You're a claw. Double dash. You know what? You know what? Maybe. How many Aura Forma do I have? Dos. Well, all right.
Operator, the system needs you.
I
Will you
could.
begin another mission?
UI? UI? That was weird. I'll go ahead and put this back. And then I do use a lot of Whip Claw. So, like... Oh, yeah, we'd need to max that out first. Let's go like this. One second. I'm about to end stream, and then I will invite you. We'll do brief respite so we can start doing shield gate shenanigans on Khora. And then I don't really need adaptation because we can just ignore damage. Where did you go? Oh, it's equipped. Okay. So yeah, this right here lets you abuse shield gating, because you can have your shield gate go off and then start spamming powers and top off your shields like almost before they become available again, and then you get a full shield gate back, and then you just stop taking damage. So I'm going to play around with that, see if I can get more strength with 2 mod slots, and probably Cunning Drift. That needs to be formed. That needs to be formed. Okay. Well then, like, Brush for now. That's a waste. But eventually Cunning Drift, probably. Well, alright, yeah. I'm going to call the stream there. I've got some gardening stuff to do in a little bit, but Siobhan, we'll definitely talk in game for a bit. So, Garbage, Siobhan, thanks for coming out. I'll be back tomorrow with some, let me check my schedule real quick. I think, what am I doing tomorrow? I think more Monster Hunter. I believe. Because 13 Sentinels is done. Yeah, Monster Hunter and or Valorant. That's tomorrow and Saturday. But yeah, thanks for coming out. I'll see you around, Siobhan. I stream fairly regularly right now. May or may not change in the next couple of weeks or whatever, because I need to get a real job. But yeah, for now I stream pretty regularly, and I'll totally see you around. Rad Mahou, everybody. I'll see you next time.